Shadow work can help you to achieve whatever you want, your dream life or the best version of you. Because this is the dark side that is making you stuck in your life wherever you are right now. Okay, I have worked on shadow, so with an experience, I'm telling you, it's easy, but at the same time, it's painful. After doing this, you would feel like this is hard, but I got the solution. And here in this video, I'll talk about what is shadow work and how to do it. At the end of this video, you will find a great, amazing gift of your life. So stay tuned and I will break it down both spiritually and psychologically. Hello everyone, my name is Chanchal and in this channel I talk about personal growth, spirituality and the roots that helps us to live our life fully. So here in this video I'll talk about shadow work and I'll be sharing my own life instance at the last point where you will see all the steps completed with that instance and you will get a clear cut point from there how you gonna do it. Shadow work is not about ghost or like that. When I first heard this word I thought like what he's talking about. I mean, it was not about ghost or something like that. The shadow work is all about integration. You are going to integrate the old self that are making you stuck in your life. You are going to level that up and mix it in your own reality. Shadow work is all about integration, that identity in you and accepting yourself as you are. Shadow is all about journaling. So there is gonna be a lot of journal work. And if you don't know about journaling, I'm gonna mention a link in the description box. You can get that video of journaling and find out what is journaling exactly. Without any further ado, let's get head into this video. So firstly, we will talk about what is shadow. What is shadow exactly? As I mentioned in the video, I'm gonna talk about both psychologically and spiritually. We had a great psychologist Carl Jung and who has described that unconscious part of our personality is shadow. According to Carl Jung, it falls apart in our life, in our childhood when someone suppressed our feelings. For instance, there is a boy kid, okay, and who is very sensitive and easily cry and very sensitive and 2 or 3 times their parents gonna tolerate him or gonna give them freedom that you can express yourself, but by the time they are going to make a barrier for him to express himself, or they would say like, oh, are you a girl, why are you crying, like because of their caretakers they are not accepting his behavior or the emotions that he has inside of him. Their parents are not accepting him, that's why he is gonna suppress him, and he will start reflecting to the world according to their parents how they want. He will start suppressing his feelings and stop crying. Now let's move on to the spiritual perspective. According to spiritual perspective, as I mentioned in my videos, that spiritually we all being has 3 dimensions like mind, body and soul. According to spirituality, shadow is the part of you that you don't see, okay, and if whenever you find it, you can't acknowledge it, okay, and you don't accept it. And according to spirituality, shadow has created a lot times ago, like in our past lives, because we have lived a lot of lives and that's why we have wounds and shadows. We are not gonna get into that depth because we are gonna work on this lifetime, that's necessary. Now if we take the same instance in spirituality, in the same case when kid was suppressing his feelings and hiding his own natural reactions towards anything, in the spirituality we have chakras, right? We have 7 main chakras. In the same case when the boy kid was expressing his feelings to expressing his emotions, so in a certain point heart chakra is gonna block and this will create a block in his heart chakra, and this is our energy system, that's why our energy got stuck. And for information, we have good traits and bad traits in our shadows, okay? Don't think that we are going to experience only bad things. No, you are gonna find some amazing gifts that you had but someone had suppressed them, or you were not aware of them. So, one could ask me that why this is important to do shadow work. As I mentioned in the preview of the video, that shadow work is important to live our life however we want, because it is making us stuck in the barriers of our own shadow, that is not letting us go or take a one step further into our life. That's why we need to work on our shadows. Now I'm going to talk about how to find, or how you are going to work on it. So I am going to tell you the whole process, how you're going to work on it or everything. So pay attention. Okay, and so the first thing we need is identification. We need to identify the shadow, because we are unconscious of that. In this case, we need awareness. Whatever we want to change, whatever we need awareness to have that, to access everything, right? So because we are not aware of our shadows, that's why we need awareness first. Because when we have that awareness, we can identify our shadow. Identifying shadow is like you saw the person, that's it. This is the identification of a shadow. We have 4 points in it. So first one is projection. Projection is all about how we project to the outer world. We need to have self awareness of that, because we have the self awareness, we can see ourselves how we are projecting to the world. Projection is all about how you project to the world or to a person. Like for instance, if we take sometimes we judge someone. Okay, this is a insecurity or shadow of ourselves. Like for relationships, we start saying like, you don't care about me anymore. Okay, let's take a break. This is a shadow of the person. In the same timeline, you don't care about that person, that's why you are saying it. Sometimes people feel intense jealousy because a partner is talking to someone attractive. These are our shadow projecting to the world, and we start like fighting or saying whatever coming in our head. So this is the insecurity or the shadow, and this is how we identify it, through projection. Second point is emotional triggers. We have some, like it happens in our day to daily life. We have certain points in our life we get in instant feel anger, jealousy, frustration, or irritation, or whatever, and feel like we can't control anything. So this is our shadow that is unconsciously projecting through us, and we are not aware of that. So find it out. Okay, so emotional triggers are your best friend. Whenever you find it, just try to identify it. Okay. And the third thing here is to identify shadow is patterns. How we do our work, like in our day-to-day life, we repeat the same work in the same way, and we go to a certain point, and we don't take even a one step further from there. For instance, if you go for a certain work up to here, and after that, and you do this work in the same way or at the same point for hundreds of time, but you don't take even a one step further. Why you are not taking the one step further? Because maybe some fear or pressure or whatever. And let me tell you one thing, that you are not even aware of that, why you are not taking one step further, and that's also your shadow. We have patterns, and we do the same thing again and again at the same point, and we don't take even a one step further. It means this is our shadow that is making us stuck to take that one more step. Fourth is asking questions. Like as Carl Jung has described, that our shadows start to grow in our childhood. So I would suggest you to asking questions about your childhood. Do journaling, like what you dislike about yourself, what you judge in yourself, what you don't like in yourself, the doubts that you have about yourself. Start asking questions about your childhood, like were you accepted in your childhood, or your parents gave you that attention, the love, whatever you needed in time, or everything. Try to figure it out, as deep as you can, as deep as you can remember it. Go deep dive into it, and just go and find out all the insecurities that you had or have, to write them. Okay, This will help you to, release that frustration and identify your shadow clearly. Okay. So now, as we have identified our shadows, next step is invite shadows. Inviting shadows is basically means you saw the person when you identified it. Now you're gonna make a contact with that. Okay, means you just made a contact with that person. This is a kind of invitation, right? Inviting shadow is becoming aware that you have in it. Firstly, when you are identifying it, you were not aware of that, but you started identifying it. In the inviting mode, you know that you have that shadow. Okay. Our step is talking to it. Like the first you saw the person means you identified the person. Second, you invited with an eye contact, and now you're gonna talk to that person means you're gonna close to that person. Okay. And the same way you are going to close to your shadow. You're gonna asking the questions like why I'm feeling this, why this is like this, means why this is happening to me. Start asking questions, start writing them down. Okay, so whenever you feel that trigger again, you can find some new informations about that so that you can release that shadow. So now we have saw the person and we are coming close to the shadow. Fourth step falls apart, and that is acknowledge it. Go deep down as much as you can. Like uh, when you're close to that person, you're gonna make a conversation, deep conversation, right? um, in this situation, you are going to ask a lot of questions. Go deep down, as deep as you can. Why? Ask why this has happened to me, or why am I feeling this, or as deep as you can. Okay, find the root cause. Okay, go as deep as you can. I'll tell you how you're gonna do this by the example of my own life, so don't get afraid of it. Last step, as I mentioned in the video, that our goal to do the shadow work is integration. I'm gonna explain with an instance of my own life, and so that you can follow all these steps and you can integrate your shadow within you. Okay. So in my life, I didn't find myself like worthy of anything, literally anything, because I didn't get attention in my childhood or from anyone. I was expecting a validation from others because of that thing, and that's why I used to think that I'm not good enough or I'm not enough. So in this situation, whenever no one was paying attention on me, or making me feel that worthy, I used to feel less, or I used to feel like that why they are not paying attention on me. And I had this insecurity of attention, means I needed attention. Found it with the awareness, and I found get to know that I have this insecurity. And second thing, I invited it and I started cautioning it. I started, I went very deep down because of this. I was feeling myself less and doubting myself that I'm not good enough. I talked to a lot. I found that I was very shy in the face. Like I was very shy when I was kid. Until 12th, I used to talk with just my two friends. I had two friends in my school, and I used to talk with them. Just that's it. I never talked to my teacher. So I was that much shy. Like I was incredibly timid, right? And because of that, I needed attention, and I went when it means the fourth part, when I acknowledged it, I went deep into it, and what I found was I loved to talk people. Like I am just incredibly amazing in talking with people. I love communicating. But in my childhood, someone had suppressed my feelings. Like or I didn't get that freedom to express myself truly or with the confidence, and that's why I wasn't able to connect with them, and I was literally timid. I was very shy because I didn't get that freedom. That's why I was suppressing all the emotion inside of me and reflecting as shyness, and was projecting shyness in the world. So in this that case, because I was shy until 12th, like almost after 12th, and then I worked on myself. I get to know about that I love communicating, and That's why I gave myself that support and that confidence to start communicating, and I started communicating, and now I'm here. Okay, it's literally a gift for me. I found this gift after doing my shadow work, and as I'm gonna tell you that at the end of the video, you will find an amazing gift of your life. This was a literally gift for me. So integration is all about you will give and provide yourself whatever it needed in that timeline. Okay, means if in that case when you were kid you needed support, love and care, and you didn't get that, and that's why you are projecting in a different emotion in this world. Or in that case when you go deep down and found whatever is causing this thing, you go deep down to that and find out what you didn't get at that time and try to give yourself. Okay, it means it's a kind of care of your inner child. Okay, you're gonna go to that person back into your life and you will tell that person that you need it and I will provide it for you. Okay, you need support, I will give you. You need love, I will provide you. You need anything, whatever, I will provide you. Just release it because you don't deserve it. You have a great life after releasing it. So that's how you are going to integrate it. As I mentioned, I was shy. I started communicating. I started believe myself. I worked hard. I worked hard. At the end of the day, this shadow is gonna leave you and it will create a massive change in your personality because it's just gonna change its role. Like I was shy and now I'm just completely different person, or I'm very confident, and now this thing, the confidence is in my this self, and this is the shadow that I integrated in myself and it is reflecting through me now, right? Now let me tell you more thing that is gonna happen through this journey, and that is self acceptance is very important. You cannot um, judge yourself because you are feeling certain emotion, because you have the shadows, because at the some point of time you were not accepted, and now if you are not going to accept yourself, accept your emotions, the shadow it will expand. Whenever you react in your shadow it gets bigger. Okay, so that's why awareness is very important. Let me tell you one more thing, that you don't have to run from your shadow whenever you find it. If it's making you feel a fear or frustrated or guilty, that just accept it however it is. Don't judge it and don't run from it. Okay, and this is really important. Okay, and sometimes it happens your own child mind is gonna criticize your own emotions, but your adult mind will say that okay, you gotta work on it, you gotta work on it, you need to have work on the shadow. But your child mind is so stubborn, it will tell you that you are feeling this emotion because of this stupid reason. Oh no, I don't believe you, means it is gonna criticize you. And if you are not aware of child mind or the adult mind, let me know in the comment section. I'll make the next video on it. It's very important to choose your emotions and the self acceptance you need in this journey. As I told about all the 5 steps, now let's move on to the gift part. So, this is your receiving part. Now you're gonna find an amazing gift of your life. You just need to ask a one simple question and you will find your life's biggest gift. Okay, and the question is, are you waiting? Okay, let me tell you. The question is, if I weren't afraid of anything in my life, like parents, society, blah, 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 anything, if I weren't afraid of anything, what I would do with my life? Doing with my life? You got this, right? You find it, right? What you would do if there is no fear or something else. So, this is your gift. Receive it, okay, with patience and accept it. This is your quality, okay. And let me tell you one more thing, and that is it's very important to know. And as you start doing your shadow work, at first it will take time to identify it, like 5 to 6 times, and after identifying it, it will take time to even ask questions about that, like 5 to 6 times. It will take time to reflect in a different way. You were trained like reacting in that situation. But these 4 steps will take a lot of time. It needs patience and the awareness. Okay, after 5 to 6 times you will start questioning, and after, even if when you are aware of your shadow you will project in the same way, and it's totally fine. Okay, it's totally fine. It happens because your mind is not trained yet. Okay, it needs training. And if you're aware of yourself, you will find the way to react in a certain or a different way. Okay, it will take time. Our mind needs practice, and this is what shadow work needs. Okay, let me know in the comment section. And if you're working on your shadow work and heal yourself, or you want to be the best version of yourself, I just created a one video. I'm gonna mention it in here, or I will mention a link of that video in the description. Go to that video first, and then you can work on your shadow work and also be the best version of yourself in just 180 days. I believe that you would do it, and it's crazy. You will feel like, wow, your perceptions gonna go bigger and bigger. You will see the world in a different way. You will see yourself in a different way. So it's gonna be a wow moment in your life, and I really believe that you're gonna do it and you will accomplish it. I really believe in you, and have faith in yourself. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here on this channel, hit that subscribe button, and you can follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description box. Stay tuned on my channel. I'll catch you soon with an amazing healthy topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.